Kiss. 106.5.
Last night you would have watched. You can the INXS. What's it called?
Never Tear Us Apart.
Man, I got a bit
INXS.
tongue-tied there.
Yeah.
Embarrassing in front of Kirk and everything.
And part 2 continues on Sunday on Channel 7, of course, at 8:30. Alex Williams, who plays Kirk, and Kirk is here in studio, so both of them together.
Gents, look at you two standing
the Kirk
side
and
by
Kirk
side.
show.
Yeah, I know.
How are you, fellas?
How are you both?
Good. Very well.
Okay, so Kirk, I want to ask you first. Obviously, Alex, great actor, and we've seen him play Julian Assange in that telemovie. Did you have a say in who played you, or how did you feel when they said, this actor will be playing you?
Yeah, I was really pissed off. No.
I would be too if I was playing that.
I didn't have a say, although I did see, when Alex was decided upon, I did get sent his audition reel and everything, and it was quite confronting.
Yeah,
because he'd picked up all these habits of mine that I think half of them I didn't even know I had.
Really?
And so it was like, I do that, don't I?
Yeah.
Did you watch it with anyone? Were you with anyone?
Yeah, Lane was with me.
Oh, Lane was, and was she going? Yeah, you do that, babe.
Yeah.
That's you.
He's nailed you.
Yeah.
She didn't say-
You really are that bad.
Did she say, "Oh, I wish I'd have met you when you were younger"?
No, she got a crush on Alex now.
Yeah. And Alex, obviously playing Kirk would be quite different to playing Julian, because I'm sure Kirk was more involved in this movie than what Julian could have been with the telemovie you did.
Yeah, absolutely. It was no involvement from Julian.
Yeah.
So it was great because you had just had, this wealth of knowledge. You could just...
Yeah.
Kirk was great. He gave me his number and it was just kind of like, if you're on set, you need to know something, just call me. So
Oh, God, what a pest. Were you ringing all
yeah,
the
yeah.
time?
Did you really?
I
He
wasn't.
didn't.
You didn't?
Yeah.
No. And,
He never calls.
I know. So.
and you handed over your real clothes for Alex to use in the movie?
Yeah, I did. And a couple of them they actually remade because, Alex was telling me before, the red suit from Wembley, they wanted a brighter red, so they actually remade the suit in a different, red fabric sort of thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of the clothes that Alex was wearing, especially in the next episode, because I don't really have much from the 80s anymore.
Yeah.
but a lot
I was
of the
going to say,
90s
you're a
stuff.
hoarder. You're hoarding all
Yeah.
this stuff. You kept a lot. You would have kept a lot of stuff for memorabilia's sake, right?
Yeah, but more later on. I stupidly, I don't know why. But I early on I used to keep. I used to try and collect every article that came out.
Sure.
And of course, every single release, the French one, the
Yeah,
Japanese
and then
one.
you stop because you think, I've got too much
Yeah,
of this. Too
yeah.
many awards, too many of these things.
Yeah.
We spoke to Luke, who played Michael, earlier, and he said it was really important that this story was respectful to Michael and his family and friends. Do you think they achieved that it was told the right
absolutely.
way?
Yep, absolutely. And as you'll see next week too, because obviously it deals with some of the down times that we went through and all that, and it's just really tastefully done. And I think most of all, I can confidently say that it'd be great for Tiger to see it. So
Yeah.
Were you worried about anything? Was there anything you wanted out there, like that you wanted taken out? Because I wrote a book about my little story, and I chucked in there about this thing where there was sort of this, sexual thing with a transvestite. Anyway, I didn't want to go into it too much.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that where you thought, we're just going to take that out? Oh, no need for everyone to know that. Because my family were like, why would you say that happened?
Yeah,
But, when you're telling a story about things, you've got to chuck stuff in there,
You
right?
do, yeah. It's got to be real. Oh, look, there's plenty of stories that aren't in there, but
Like what?
well, there was this.
What did you definitely
transvestite
want
once,
removed?
and,
What can we expect from part 2? You say it delves into the downtimes. What were those downtimes?
I think. I mean, it's mostly, I guess, around Michael's death. Although it's not, it's not a big part of part 2 sort of thing. But certainly, sort of later on in the 90s. It became difficult for us, I think musically, the music scene was changing quite radically, especially when the grunge sort of thing happened. And
Jackie was right in that grunge thing.
was she?
I avoided it.
I was.
Yeah, well, I sort of avoided it too.
I was more hypercolour sort of a guy. That didn't last long either.
So it kind of shows how we were struggling, I guess, with the popularity sort of waning,
Right.
and that sort of thing.
Because I remember, I think it was the Brit Awards when the Oasis brothers got up on stage and they had a dig at Michael being a has-been. Did you
Yeah,
ever talk to Michael about that and if that affected him?
Oh yeah, he was pretty upset about it, as you would be.
Yeah.
But also, he. They were just arseholes, those guys.
They were.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They were
you know,
arseholes.
you kind of got to brush it off, really.
Yeah. And
A lot of those scores are settled backstage at those music
Are they?
events.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that. And we learned last night there was a scene where how INXS came up with their name from watching the manager came up with the name from watching a jam ad for IXL, and it came it came about from there.
Yeah.
What did you first think when that was put to you? Did you think, oh, I don't know about this? Or-
Yeah, well, as Luke or Michael says in it, inks.
I love it.
In fact, in America, when we the first album we released over there, Shabu Shabar, had a sticker on it saying pronounced INXS, spelled.
Right, had to
so people
had to
would
say
know.
that. Yeah.
But look, we were kind of willing to do anything, to get there, sort of thing. So, I personally, I was never a big fan of the Farris Brothers band either. I thought it sounded like a circus as well.
Yeah.
So I was happy for a name change.
And Alex, what's your next project?
Oh, I can't speak about it just yet.
You can't. It's all
yeah.
secret squirrels.
It is. It is. Yeah, I
It's
got
all
a
about
few.
promoting this one, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, good work, guys. Fantastic to have you in studio, and we'll
Thank
be
you.
watching part 2 next week on Sunday night.
Yeah, I wish they'd have done it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
why don't
otherwise
we
you
ring
gotta
him
wait.
up and get him to change it?
Yeah,
It's too
Channel
late
9
now.
do.
It's probably everyone just changes things around these days. If the cricket was on or something, they'd change
They
it.
change it like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to wait 3 weeks.
No,
But we will, because we have to. Thanks, guys. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for
too.
coming in. Part
Thanks.
2, INXS, Never Tear Us Apart, Sunday at 7, so at 8:30 at Channel 7. Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, guys.